Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to episode 7 of Macawiis Mondays. Now, I know what you're thinking. Where's the Macawiis? I promise I am wearing a Macawiis because I'm committed to the cause. But it's just underneath the desk, and I'm sitting at a desk because I went to a wedding recently, so I thought I would hide where my stomach is for this video, just for better presentation, inshallah. So when I was at this wedding, or this aras recently, it made me think about a Somali proverb, which is very, very well known among Somalis, but not very well implemented in my personal experience. So the Somalis, they say, Aras lagamarago, lagumanarago. I know you've heard this before, okay? It's usually quoted by people who aren't practicing it, who are on the way to a wedding late. Okay, but I want to talk through the language of it, inshallah, and also I want to practice saying it a bit more because my stresses are probably all over the place. Okay, so what does it begin with? It begins with aras. What is an aras? Aras is the wedding, okay? The aras is what you go to and you eat, right? It's the same thing in my experience of what the walima actually is, right? But yeah, but it's called an aras. You go to an aras and that's where you usually have baris and hilib, usually have rice and meat, okay? So what's next? We have lagama, okay? Lagama. And that's all kind of put together as one word, and there's three things going on in here. And then there's the word arago. The key to the flow of this proverb is that the verb arag means something different if it's karag, which means to be late. But if it's kurag, it means to stay late. Okay, that's the key to this, okay? So the first part of it is aros. La, ga, marago. So the la at the beginning, it's like an impersonal pronoun in a sense. It just means one. One should do this. Like quite a common, more formal way of saying I'm well in Somali is if someone says maf'altaha, you can say wala wanag sayhay, which really means one is well. You know, it's kind of, it's making it kind of speaking in the third person. It's quite polite, right? So what this is saying is that the aras, one ma, ka marago. Okay, so one should not arrive late is what it's saying because it's ka arago, but we're saying ga because it flows better, right? I did a previous episode of Macawiis Mondays actually on how we kind of join prepositions and pronouns a little bit, and often kas become gas. So it's lagama. So it's one should not arrive late. Okay, one should not arrive late. The ma is negative, marago, but then it's gamarago, lagamarago. To the wedding, one should not arrive late. Okay, and what next? La gu mana rago. Okay, so there's actually four things going on in this next part. There's la gu mana. Okay, and in the same way, before it was la, making it like an impersonal. One should not do this thing. Okay, one should gu, as in gurago, which means to stay late. Okay, ma should not stay late, and then the na on the end means and, right? This na, I've said in previous episodes, I get this wrong all the time because the first word for and that I learned was iyo. But iyo isn't really used for joining sentences together. It's for listing nouns. Like if you're going to say, you know, baris yo hilib, for example, rice and meat, I ate, right? Or whatever, listing nouns, okay, like that, then you can use iyo. But so I end up just using iyo all the time, which is incorrect. You guys shouldn't do it. But this na is the way that we do it, okay? So we have laguma na rago. So what we have is aros. One should not arrive late to the aros, and one should not stay late either. We don't usually have much of a problem with that last bit in the community. Usually after the anta, there's no problem with the people, you know, there's usually no problem with that. But that is the proverb. You know, lots of Somalis say it. Somalis who watch my channel, I have no doubt that you guys know it and use it, but maybe haven't thought about the actual grammar of all the little pieces that stick together in it. And then the non-Somalis who watch the channel as well, this is something that you guys can learn the Somali from it, and you can also hold people accountable a little bit if they turn up late to your wedding. So that's everything for this episode of Macawiis Mondays. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, please don't forget to like and share it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.